Hey guys, welcome back. Cool Dogs Breakfast. Episode 10. Double digits.
Oh my god, we made it! No,
We haven't made it.
we made it to 10. I didn't think we'd make it to 10, but good on us. All right.
It's a long time. Sticking to it.
Yeah.
Thanks for all your likes and a few funny comments. It's been good to read. Good to see people interacting with it. And just not us sitting here looking at a camera,
Yeah, fully.
looking pretty.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this week, been busy, like usual, but now we're jumping in. And I'll tell you where our topic is going.
Yeah, Brooklyn loves this one.
Because I am this person. I'm a very awkward person at times. Like, I do things and I'm like, cringe. I walk away going, why did I say that? Why did I do that? And the prime example of why I need this topic to exist is we're going to talk about awkward moments. But the first...
Yeah, your first one
My
actually
first one-
relates to like a day-to-day thing.
It sparked it up. Where this happened, I said Trent, and I like came home from work and I was like, Trent, we have to talk about all these awkward moments that happen in day-to-day life because this is what happened to me. And it happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
So I jump into, obviously, all our meetings at the moment at work are all virtual. So I jump into the virtual work meeting and there's already a few people in the meeting and they're like, hey, I'm like, hey, how is everyone? How's everyone going? And one of the boys are like, yeah, doing well, thanks, I'm good. How are you? And I'm like, yeah, I'm really well. How are you? And they're like,
I've already answered that.
I'm
mate.
good.
Thanks.
I just told you before, and I was just answering.
She really wants to know.
I just extra want to know.
Really, really want to know how you're feeling.
So I did a double. How are you?
I've done that plenty of times too.
But I just overdo it, and I'm just like, why do I? It's cringy. I'm cringy.
It's like a reactive statement, like when someone's like, "How are you?" Even though you've asked them, like in your brain, you're like, it just
I'm so
goes
cringy.
To, yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah, it's like answering it, and I'm like, I asked first. So I'm very cringy at times.
Yeah, but it's like a lot of people do that.
It's the awkward. It's the awkward, or like when someone's like, how are you? And you're like, you answer it with another.
Yeah.
Like it's not the how are you? What is
like,
that?
How are you? You're like, yeah, good, thanks.
Yeah, but that's good.
Yeah.
That's good, thanks, because how are you? Yeah,
but,
good, thanks.
like sometimes it's just like...
It's the opposite. What is it? How are you going today? Morning. Or someone will be like, morning. You'd be like, yeah, good, thanks. How are you? And so like, I just said morning.
They're like, what? I didn't ask a question.
That's
me. We've
That's
answered
me.
that.
So I've made a little list of just general life moments where they're awkward because, yeah, this is...
Yeah, there's plenty of them. I think everyone has them day to day. Well, I do.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so cringe at times. And I like one... Can I actually say? One time I was closing out a meeting. Oh, can I tell you, I still think about this and I reflect and I go, it hurts my heart. I'm like, oh, that makes me feel sick. Like I want to vomit every time I think about it.
Meeting.
Yeah. And we closed out the meeting and it was like the first time I'd met this person. And we closed out the meeting and they're like, yeah, good meeting, like nice to meet you. And I was like, yeah, nice to meet you too. I hope you have a nice, fun, good weekend. Like I didn't know how to
Just
finish
froze.
the sentence. I was like, yeah, nice, good,
Yeah. Bye.
bye. Like, I'm so awkward.
It's so easy to do though.
Like
You just, sometimes you stop thinking, halfway through, and then you realise, wait a second, that person asked me a question and I'm not actually answering it. You just start stressing.
why do I do that?
I don't know.
Oh.
I think it's a natural thing for most people.
I feel like my brain just is over analyzes the situation, and then probably that person was like, oh yeah, they were just thinking of what to say, whereas I'm like, oh my god, why can't I speak? What is happening?
Yeah, the person that you would have done it to probably didn't even notice.
Didn't notice.
At all. They would have just been like, yeah.
I was freaking. Anyway, right. So the next one that I don't know if I've spoken about it before, but on here, but it's very awkward for me. You know how we're people who stand near the line? So say there's a line up to the bank. Most of the time for me, it's like a line up for the takeaway, like the food.
Yeah.
To order food. And you have to ask them, oh, are you in line? Because they're standing in the line.
Awkward, but not...
They're in amongst the area of the space near the counter
they're not,
to line
they're not
up
like actively like standing there watching and seeing like what the
and
line's
looking
saying.
at the menu
They're
or
like,
anything.
We're standing there looking around, or just like on their phone, and you're like, is this person like? Or the line starts moving and they're just still standing there.
It's just awkward because I'm like, do they have an awareness? Like, I feel like it's also awkward for them because do they have an awareness that there's a line happening here and that you should move to the side? Because now I'm awkwardly standing behind you, waiting, going, okay, I'm just going to stand here. Do I stand here for 5 minutes, 10 minutes? Like,
But
I
they
don't
don't have
know.
the awareness that there's someone behind them. Whereas like usually I can tell in my peripheral
Yeah.
that there's someone there or something there, and you're like,
Oi, mate, don't worry, I'm not on the line.
No, not these people.
And so I'm like, that's really awkward that I have to like ask you.
I hate that. So
And-
that's a thing that pisses me off actually.
Okay, what? It grinds your gears. Go. Get stuck in.
People that just don't have any sense of awareness, like fucking grocery stores.
Oh.
Give me a break. You're pushing your trolley or walking with your basket, and there's like a person on the left looking at something, and then there's a person on the right, and they're both standing like back to back, like looking at the fucking shelf, and you're standing there with a basket like.
Good, thanks.
And they just don't even recognise you, and then like you sort of like, oh excuse me, and like, oh sorry mate, and like, how didn't you see me?
No, I don't think they do. No.
Like how the hell don't they see me?
Yeah. Or they run into you with their trolley or something, and you're like,
I'm pretty short.
how do you not? You're very short.
Maybe they just can't see me over the trolley.
I wish people could see. I'm like propped up on a chair, and Trent is like on a lowered chair, so we're at like kind of similar heights because Trent is a lot taller than me. But
Otherwise we have like this, like it's cutting my forehead off, and then there's like a heap of
for me it's like
camera above Brooks'
must
head.
be nice. Like you can see everything. Hey,
Yeah,
like
people
when we
can't
go
see me.
places,
Maybe I'm wearing like a camo shirt, and they just don't see me.
invisible. You blend in. I mean, you are kind of
Does
like
my
you're
head
just
in.
blending in.
Anyway, back on track.
Anyway, back to it. All right. So the next one. So that annoys us people who stand in line near them. Okay.
Yeah.
Ordering food in a lineup.
Yes.
Food in a
So
lineup.
like, I get like, I don't know whether it's,
Oh.
I don't know whether it's like awkward or it's more like a bit anxious. Like I will rehearse what I'm going to ask for. Do you do that?
I feel like
So,
I do
like,
that
if you're
when
in a
I
big
order
line-
takeaway on the phone.
Yeah. So I do it like when I'm person to person.
Yeah. Okay.
So like in the lineup, like if I'm standing in the lineup, I'm like, oh, I want that, I want that. And I know how I'm going to say it. And then like I fully rehearse it in my brain.
And then I ruin it by going, can you remove out this,
Babe,
and
you didn't
add
ask
in
for
this?
I'm like,
And
oh, it's throwing me out. My script is all wrong. You
I
know
love
what I
it.
mean? Like it just like,
Yeah.
it's so hard. Like I rehearse it in my head.
Yeah, I don't see in person. I don't because I'm like, because like when I go up and order things, I like have a conversation with the
Yeah,
person that I'm ordering. Trent doesn't. Like I'm like, hey, how you going?
I'm like,
yeah,
how
okay,
are
you
you?
had
And don't even really let them answer and just start ordering.
Trent is that person where how if someone someone will answer the phone and you'll be like, hey mate, yeah, how you going? So I want to order this, but you don't
Yeah,
answer.
don't
I'm
know.
like, you're asking. See,
I don't actually care.
you don't care, and you jump in. It's more of just a sentence for him, whereas I'm like, that's a question.
Like,
I
yeah,
have to
how you
answer
going?
that.
Yeah, anyway, I'll grab a and they're just like, oh yeah, I'm not too bad, thanks. How are you? Yeah, mate, I'll grab a and I just
Yeah, you don't. You don't answer it at all.
Oh,
See,
it's so rude.
I'm the opposite. Like if someone says, "Hey, how you going?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. How are you? Have you had a good day?"
Yeah,
like
just,
I have to have
Nope.
a conversation with them because also
I'm
I'm
not here
like,
for that.
yeah, I'm probably maybe inefficient in those situations because whereas on the phone I'm like they can't sense because I'm quite a in person a very
Yeah, you're sociable. Like,
I'm very what is it called like where you're like emotions you're very like
this is awkward.
well, you're like I have no idea. This is another
This
awkward
is an
moment.
awkward
No,
moment.
but you know how when you're like I have a lot of emotions. Like I'm very characteristic.
Yeah, and you're like
What's it called?
touchy feely, like
Yeah,
sort of.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have a lot going on when I talk, and so it's kind of that vibe. Do you know what I mean? So in person, I'm like, it's okay. I don't have a method to my madness because they're going to get the gist of what's happening. Whereas when I'm on the phone, I'm like, they can't see my hands and my facial features and everything. So I've got to get everything down pat on the money when I call. So Trent knows when I call the pizza place, I'm like...
I'm pulling the awkward face for you.
Because I'm like, what do you mean, why?
Because you're trying to explain this and it sounds like you're digging a hole.
You're like, stop.
No, but when you call a pizza place, you get a bit nervous.
Yeah, I do. And
I don't know why you get
I'm like,
nervous
what
about
exactly do... I don't know either. I'm like, what exactly do you want me to order? And then I go, okay, so that's what I'm getting. And then I even get the menu up ready, even though I've already know what it is, but I have it ready and I still read off the menu.
Yeah, but that's like me rehearsing when I'm standing in line.
Yeah, so we're opposite. On the phone...
Oh, on the phone, I'm sweet.
Yeah, and whereas in person, I'm like, fine, I don't have to.
I hate when I ring, and you know when it's really loud in the background on the phone,
Yeah,
and you know they can't hear you, and you're like, oh, sorry, what was that? And then I'm like, say it again.
Oh, I feel for those people though, don't
Just turn
you?
it down a bit, or like have the phone out the back.
How do they turn the people down?
No, but like you can
Excuse
have the phone out the back.
excuse me, everyone in the restaurant. We're taking a food order. If you could just for this 1 minute conversation,
Shut your mouth. Everyone,
just
shut
zip
your
it,
mouth.
guys.
Karen, shh.
Yeah,
Shut up.
Karen, shh. That's not going to fly. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
they probably
you-
could put their phone
You
in
can
a
have your
better.
phone out the back in the kitchen where it's probably not as loud, or I don't know.
Yeah, they could-
Sometimes it does my head in. And then
They could put it in a better place.
they put my name down as like Judd.
Yeah. Or my favourite, they put people's... Trent's had his food through
Yeah,
as
what
an
was it?
order of Tread,
Yeah, Tread.
and that's my favourite. And I love calling Trent Tread now. I'm like, oi, Tread, what's happening?
Tread.
Tread.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Like-
yeah, you got a pizza with Tread?
And I'm okay. It's probably... it's probably a name. Like, obviously, any, thing. But I'm like, Tread?
Yeah, I don't know how that, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Another awkward, because we could just talk about all these. We'll try and stay on to
try and
some
stay on
kind of
topic.
agenda, but we struggle with that because I take things off the route. So when you scan your card and you need to transfer money, this is so awkward. It's not because you
Yeah.
don't have the money. It's that you've got multiple accounts and you're not keeping track of the main account.
I remember I worked, so when I was like 18, I was a labourer
Oh.
for a company, and one of the other older fellas there, he was like a few years older than everyone, and he was like pretty loose in it, and one Monday he said he was on his way to work and he bought a loaf of bread for lunch for the week. Anyway, he went to pay for it, it was only like $2 and it rejected, and then the guy
The
behind the
awkward.
counter's like, oh, times are tough, eh, mate? And he's like, nah, just a bloody good weekend. Just literally drained his account. He actually had no money to pay
Oh,
for it.
so that's different.
Yeah.
So that actually would be
But
awkward.
I hate that sinking feeling when you just go to pay and it's just like decline. Or you start walking out like, thanks, mate. And you start walking off and they're like, excuse me. And like, the whole shop's like chasing you out on the street and you're like, what?
You're like, I just couldn't pay for my...
You just like blatantly shoplifted. Just
Oh
walked
my
straight out.
god, that is so awkward. It is, because then you're like, oh sorry,
Oh, sorry.
just
And
transferring.
you're too busy apologising to even focus on your phone. Oh, I'm so sorry. And you're like, this
And do you know
always
what?
happens.
It's probably quite normal. I feel like it probably is. It's just we're really bad because we transfer like a lot of...
And put all our money in another account. Then it's like, you got to pay some. Shit.
But I don't know why we do that, because it's actually not a quite effective way of saving. It's like we over
It's not,
transfer.
but sometimes you don't pull it back out, so it's good.
Yeah, true. Actually,
Any
true.
extra.
So, and we just want in that
Come
high.
here for all your saving tips if you need any tips.
We just want it in that high interest account. Yeah, true. All right, next one. This happens to us all the time where we live. Holding an elevator open for someone who's a little bit too far away, but just close enough for you.
Yeah,
Where-
that's senior. Like, you see them walking along the corridor and they sort of spot you and you're like sneaking in the lift. Oh, damn it, they just saw me.
This is
hate that.
where you've got the awkward, like, do I push the button to close the door? Close, because they're coming? Or do you do the awkward, let me hold it open, but now I'm awkwardly holding it open for an
And you're like,
excessive
"You better
amount of
run.
time.
Now you
Like,
better
I
run."
need you to run because I'm holding it open for you.
What do you do?
I ask them. So what I do is, that's what I
Yeah.
do here. So here, if someone's a little bit, they're just far enough away where I'm like, oh, they've seen me, okay. So I go, are you going down? And if they're going down, then yeah.
You know what I do?
What?
I just like pretend I didn't see them and just walk in and just start jamming the button shut.
That is so you. That is so you. Trent and I are so opposite with so many
I'm
things.
just like, nah, I'm out of here, mate. Just hitting the button. They're like trying to put their hand in there, and I'm like shutting the door on them.
Shut the over. Shut the...
Get your hand out of here.
Get your hand out. Oh, it is so awkward. Or like, even just like a door. Like it doesn't even have to be an
Yeah.
elevator. Even just a door,
Yeah,
and
holding
you're
the
like,
door open for someone.
okay, am I holding it open or am I slamming it shut? Like,
Oh, but how weird is it when you hold a door open for someone and then they just walk through? And they don't like...
oh,
they just walk through and you're like, oh, no worries, I'll shut it
I'm
first.
just sorry. I've
Yeah, now I'm
become
a
the
doorman.
electric.
Sweet.
Yeah, I am the electric door now.
Yeah.
Don't worry. That's actually all
That's
I'm here
my
for.
job. I'm actually paid to do this.
I'm paid
They're
to
not
do
my
this.
friends that just went through.
Or they don't say thank you,
Yeah.
and they just straight away walk in. You're like, I was just opening this for you.
Yeah, no worries, man.
You're like, love me. All right. Okay. Next one on the list that. Oh my god, I'm laughing too much. Okay. Replying to you too to people. So what I mean by this is you go into the movies.
Yeah.
You're going to the movies and the person at the ticket breaks off your ticket and they're like, oh, okay, ticket number, what is it? Room number
Yeah.
9.
Cinema.
Cinema 3, whatever.
Now there's like seat numbers and everything, but
Yeah, but
we don't do movies.
so they tear it off and they're like, yep, cinema number 9, enjoy the movie. And you're like, yeah, you too.
Yeah, I've seen it 10 times because I work here. So
They're not watching the movie with me and I just
and also
said enjoy the movie to them.
it also works a lot when like you get your meal off someone and they're like, here you go, enjoy your meal. And you're like, yeah, you too. And you're like, fuck. Yeah, I've done that one heaps.
Oh, the old you too.
You too, and they're like, and just look at you like.
They probably get it all the time. Or they're like, enjoy the drinks. Yeah, you too. No, they're not
They're
enjoying
like, yeah,
drinks.
we wish. Instead, I'm enjoying work.
Oh, why can't my brain just go, like, what is the response
It's
to that?
a
To help.
reaction. It's like just an automatic reaction because you're so used to saying it.
But I want to change the behaviour. So what is the response that I should? So when someone comes up, okay, I'm coming up and I'm going, yep, here's your drink. Enjoy your drink, Trent.
Oh, thanks heaps.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, thanks. No, you don't need to say like.
That makes sense.
Oh, I suppose it's a good thing because you're actually like giving them, like, recognition for what they've done. I suppose by saying you too, like you're wanting them to feel good about it.
You
Do you
too
reckon
enjoy
that?
the drink.
Yeah, like you're sort of like you're trying to like give them like recognition for their work.
I know how you're trying to spin it, but I think you're spinning yarn here. I think you're really spinning it. I think what you just did then in that little role play was you just thanks is enough.
Yeah, just thanks.
Just thanks.
Thanks. Beat it.
No, we don't say that.
No.
But we do say thank you. Okay, so I just need to change it from the you too, because I say it all the time. I just need to say,
You don't need to
Thanks.
include them in it.
I just need to go thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
And they'll probably appreciate that thank you.
Oh,
God,
yeah.
that makes so much sense. I just need to say thank you. Just say thank you.
Do less.
Do less. Don't involve them
heaps
in it.
less.
Yeah. Okay. All right. The next one I've got is saying goodbye when you are leaving to only then realise that you're actually going the same way as them.
Yeah, that sucks. Leaving a restaurant or like a bar or something. You're like,
Catch up
"Alright,
with a group of
see yas,"
friends.
and they're like, yeah, see ya. And then you're like, all walk to the edge of the road and you're like, oh, you's over here too. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey.
All right. And then you do, and then you're like, okay, so like, where's your car? Because now when am I saying goodbye?
And you just sort of awkwardly walk beside each other and you're like, oh, that was quick, wasn't it? Oh.
And then it's just like this awkward, okay.
Humans are awkward.
Fuck.
Humans
Yeah.
are so awkward. I don't reckon dogs and stuff are
No, because I have some people that are not awkward. Like, I have some girlfriends that are absolutely not awkward. In any situation, nothing's awkward. Like, they're just so... I'm just, like, so... I can be... For someone who's so sociable, I can be so
Like,
weird.
Like stiff, like...
No, I think I can just be weird. Like, I just make things weird.
Yeah, that makes shit weird.
Yeah.
I sort of
just
don't mind it though, it's pretty funny. I have a laugh. Like a
Like a laugh.
a laugh.
A laugh. That's it.
It's like,
It's a laugh.
I don't know, like awkward situations.
Mm.
It's like funny.
All right. Next one. Oh, going in for a high five and it's not reciprocated.
Yeah.
Holy, that's so... Do you know what,
I'll actually,
though?
like, call them out, though. I'm like, hey, fucking hell. Like,
Over here!
because you feel like such a
You're
dick.
like,
hey,
high five me,
like,
now.
you got to call them out. You can't just stand there and be like, put it down, because that's just, like, the ultimate defeat.
It is, hey, because... And also, do you feel like you have to now get that hand high-fived? Or you have
No.
to?
Yeah, but...
That
like,
hand has to be high-fived
more
now.
so, yeah, you feel like the ultimate, like, your heart just sinks and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe I just... Yeah, you can't just go and then go...
Oh, so cringy.
Because someone saw you with your hand
Someone's
up.
seen
Like,
it.
Even if you think they didn't see you, someone else saw you.
Oh, and it just... And you're just like over there and you're like, you've never felt so isolated in your life. You've never felt so alone, so betrayed.
You just want to shrivel up and just disappear.
Oh my God. So please, when you're out there, be aware of
Throw
the
them
high
high
fives. Yeah, throw them
High
out.
fives, fist bumps, you know.
And just be aware of your surroundings. There could be a high five waiting in the pipeline for you at any point in your life, and you need to be aware of it.
And if-
Look around
And if you miss a high five, definitely say, hey, sorry man.
and go back
Make
in.
a deal out of it. Just, really.
I have to have the hand that I've put forward, though. It has to be that hand only, so I can't go back in and then swap the hand. It has to be the hand that I raised. Has to.
Yeah.
Did I just let you down then when you had that hand? You were just like
Yeah,
waiting
I was
for
like,
the...
oh shit.
Oh, shit. On an Awkward Moment podcast, did we make another awkward moment? But you definitely have to re-clap the same hand. So everyone out there, please be aware of your surroundings for a flying high five.
Yeah, watch out for high fives as well. right?
Unidentified flying high fives. All right. Oh, I think we've discussed this one before, actually, but trying to walk past someone on a path, on a footpath.
Yeah, this
So
almost goes
awkward.
back to my rant just before the peripherals, like, because sometimes people don't realise. Like, I don't know, I just don't get it. Like, you walk up behind someone and they don't know you're there, like, what? What if I was a bad guy? You're gone, mate.
Oh, yeah, they're snatched.
They're just wandering along in the middle of the path. Fuck.
And they walk at you almost, and you're like, where were you were you going through me? But your thing that I know that you always say is you're like, it's the dance off that Trent can't handle. That's awkward for him is when someone...
Yeah, shit, sorry mate.
Oh, you bastard.
Bloody dancing. And walk off like, no, we weren't. Just in my way, you fucking idiot.
I like the dancing.
Yeah.
I don't like the when they all walk at you and you're like, whoa. But the dancing and you're like, oh, which way you go?
Yeah, no. Oh,
Yeah, which
just
way?
think the shits.
Oh, yeah, true.
It doesn't actually, it's not awkward actually, that just annoys me.
All right. So last one on this, awkward moments. Attempting to parallel park in front of an outdoor cafe with plenty of people watching.
I love that. I thrive on that shit.
That's very specific, this one, and this one came from you
Yeah.
because
I know a
Trent
lot of
loves
people
this.
don't like it. I know a lot of people freak out and then normally balk the park and just avoid it. Oh, no, and just drive off. I love it. I thrive. I friggin' love reverse parallel parks.
Oh, wow.
You like them. You're pretty good at them.
I actually am. Thank you so much for saying that. That's
Oh,
really
you're really good at
nice. Yeah, I am. And only in the car that has the camera. But yes, I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
No, but I am, but it is nerve-wracking, right? Because I feel like even if you're really amazing at parallel parks, there's still this sense of anxiousness that you feel knowing that all these people on the outside are watching you.
They're judging you.
And they're
not just
judging.
watching.
They're judging. They're
They're like,
watching me.
Look at this chump.
They're watching the way my wheels are turning into the park. They're watching what car I'm driving and how I'm maneuvering it and who I am as a person. They're judging me, and I don't know how I feel about that. I'm just like, just let me park. Just let me park. Just eat your food, drink your coffee. Just let me park.
Yeah, but
Even if I'm good at it, just let me park.
so good. Nothing more like victorious than hopping out of a car.
And you've aced it.
Everyone's watching you. You just hop in, bang, done. Hop out. No like readjustments. Shut the door, lock it, just walk off. Like nothing happened. Like it's just nothing.
Yeah, you're like, this is just
Flex.
another day. You're
Big
flexing
flex.
on those parallel
Big
parks.
flex.
Big. But the awkward is though when you're the person who's in the cafe and you're watching the person who can't park,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're like awkwardly like don't want to look. You're like,
Oh, and there's like
You're like,
100 cars lining up in the intersection. You're like, oh my god, this person's cooked this so bad. And they're like backing up. Like, oh
and they
my
see you
God.
watching, and you're like, oh my god, look away. Oh,
You're like, just let it go, mate. Just go now, quick. It's only getting worse. And like backing into the curb. And, yeah.
Or
Oh, there's
they
someone out
try.
directing. No,
What?
that's my favourite. When the partner hops out and starts directing, you're like, if you're doing that, don't even attempt that. Like, you've already failed. You know what I mean, though? You see, like, they stop and then the partner hops out and you're like, don't do that. Nope. I've never seen anyone yet, when their partner's got out and directed them into a park, be good. There's a reason you're getting that person out of the car, and you shouldn't be trying to attempt those manoeuvres.
No,
you
no, you
don't have
shouldn't.
the skill.
you shouldn't. Or they try like 6 or 7 times, and then you see them go "Brrr," and just go off, and they just go yeet out of there.
They just
I'll drop that.
disappear.
I'll drop
Well,
that part completely.
They take off like real quick though, because they've got the shits.
Yeah. Oh, could you imagine the conversations in that car?
Oh,
Like they're
you
trying
do.
heaps. And I reckon everyone, say if there's a car full, everyone at every corner of that car has something to say about the
Yeah.
park.
But like maybe people in the back, like another couple. So it's like, say there's 2
Yeah,
couples.
yeah,
a
yeah.
couple in
So we're at
would
the
be like-
back, yeah. Boy, they'd be going, oh, you can't even.
But you'd be
So
looking out the
awkward.
window like, shit.
Oh my god, you'd be like,
That
watch
would be an
him.
awkward moment. Yeah, actually, awkward moments.
What?
When you're out with a couple and they have a mad Barney.
Oh, that would be
That's
awkward.
Awkward.
That is, yes.
Awkward is. Don't do that.
Yeah. No, don't have a Barney in front of your mates.
It's awkward.
It is so awkward.
And they're like, they laugh it off and you're like,
And we're like, hello, nice to
I'm
know
going to
you.
go home now.
All right, so that's it for our awkward moments, the few that we had noted. Now we're going to jump into our weekly segment of Would You Rather.
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
Got a couple of submissions.
So we got a couple submissions from Nicole. Thank you, Nicole, for sending these through. These are all from you.
Yeah, and everyone send them through, but try and keep them like PG to like M rated. Some of them are like R rated and they're just a bit.
A little bit much. You know who you
Why
are,
not?
who sent them through.
We're not going to say them.
We're not saying them, even though
Keep
they've
them
asked
clean.
for them to be said
I've given
3
you
times.
the private answer. That's all you need. I'm not doing it on here.
We're not doing it. Okay.
These ones are actually really good though. Like these are the sort of ones we're chasing. So
Yeah, these are
Pick
the
up your
ones
standards.
we want. So thanks, Nick, for sending them through. Thanks, Nicole. All right. This one's a pretty interesting one. Do you want to be a deep sea diver or be an astronaut? I really want you to think about it. I'll give you my answer and I'll tell you why. So I want to be an astronaut, and here's why. I feel like this deep sea diver, there's only so much you can do with a deep sea diver. So I can only go, because it's not saying that I'm in a submarine or anything, it's a deep sea diver of myself. I'm going down. You've got limits. You can't break past them. You might be able to, get to the record breaking, beat that. Okay. But an astronaut, I'm floating. I'm living my best life. I could be meeting different people out in outer space, like aliens. There's a lot.
Extraterrestrials.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to meet ET. And also, I just feel like I can explore a lot more. There's a bit more to unpack there for me.
Yeah, so I like the ocean thing sounds sick, but then you sort of reminded me that it's not like I don't have a superpower where I can go explore that deep where no one's ever been before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If that was part of it, then I would go ocean because there's so much.
Oh, would you? So if
unexplored.
it was submarine, like if you could go
Well,
anywhere.
not submarine, further than submarine. I'm talking
Just go
like
anywhere.
when no man's ever been in the ocean because there's like some crazy amount. That
Maybe
hasn't
we
been
unlock that,
explored.
because even with that, I think I'd still choose astronaut. So let's unlock that power and say you can go anywhere with a little propeller and
Yeah, I'm going ocean then.
you go on ocean.
Yeah.
What makes you say ocean though?
Because there's
What do you want to
so
see?
much stuff that hasn't been explored.
Oh my god, you'll be like a first of everything. You'll be like,
SpongeBob.
and you'll be able to name all the new. You'll meet SpongeBob, but also he'll be able to name everything after. So think about everything's going to be a Trent thing, Trentosaurus,
Trentfish.
a Trentfish,
Trent
a Trent
City.
shark, Trent City, Trent. Like there'll be all these Trent items.
Yeah, but like, so there's so much unexplored.
that.
Like, if you could go down there with like some magic power or whatever you needed to do it, you imagine how much shit you'd find. Like,
Oh wow, lost cities
yeah, lost
under the
cities,
city.
friggin' like dinosaurs. There'd be like creatures down there, like
Yeah.
that just
Yeah.
can't even like see, but they're just like so deep and cold. Like,
Yeah, I'm still going. I have to go astronaut. I need to be in outer space. Also,
Yeah,
I just want to
astronaut would be
float.
sick.
I just want to float in outer space. Also, I'm not super keen on all the different space foods that has to be like all the
just
dehydrated
space food
food.
sticks. That's it.
Yeah.
We already went over them
We
in the
have.
previous episode.
No, not previous.
Space
was-
food sticks.
Food. That was like episode 3 or 4. It was like episode 5.
Yeah, it's a previous episode.
Oh yeah, I thought you were saying as in the last episode. Okay,
No.
shut up, Brooke. Okay.
Awkward moment.
Oh, awkward. Fully, you're like, stop. All right. Do you want to be able to fly or be invisible? Go.
Fly or invisible? Oh, I think fly. Because if you're flying, you can almost be invisible.
Are you joking?
What?
This is a no-brainer for me.
What?
No-brainer.
Invisible? What? Are you going to creep
Invisible.
around and listen to people and...
No. I'll tell
I
you
don't
what I'm doing.
understand why I
No,
wanna be
no.
invisible.
I'll tell you what I'm doing when I'm invisible. Oh, I can't believe you're not doing this. When I'm invisible, we're going to be so rich.
Well, you're going to be a bank robber.
Oh, shit, that's what it would be, wouldn't it? Oh, no. Okay, I don't... Oh, I thought... For some reason, I was like... I felt like when you're invisible, the rules don't exist, but they still do exist, right?
Yeah, you're just breaking them without being seen. So no one would actually know you did it. So did you actually do it?
But you're right. That actually goes against all my morals. Okay, so no, I'm not...
And fly, that means you could go like anywhere.
But then what? Can I carry my car with me so I can drive around when I'm there? Can I carry all my everything?
You can carry a backpack.
I need more than a backpack, babe.
Oh, big backpack.
Oh,
You can
no,
carry,
I'm
like,
sticking with I want to be
You
invisible.
can carry one of those like roof canopy, like roof capsule things on your back for a car.
I become like a tortoise.
Yeah, it's like a little.
No,
hatch.
no, I'm sticking with my I want to be invisible. I want to go places and just be a fly on the wall. Like, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in multiple
Yeah,
situations.
like government shit.
Oi. I want to be a fly on the wall when they're making, like, the rules and they're deciding on things and
And
you
what
know,
actually
insert...
goes on, not
Yeah.
what you get told. Like,
But what I want to know is, okay, I get this information, then what? How did they know I was there? When I say these things, what happens?
yeah, well, you're invisible, so you. Yeah, I'm going fly.
I'm going invisible, but I'm just going to have to learn about how I get people to understand that I was there when I tell them about
you can't
naughty
even
things.
film yourself because you're invisible. So
Look, I'll work it out. We don't need all the details mapped out now, but I'm going to be invisible. All right, done.
alright.
All right. 2 more. Live in a cave or live in a tree house.
Treehouse.
Tree house?
Yeah, because I feel like treehouse heaps more fun.
Correct.
Cave, dark, dingy, cold,
Dark.
scary.
I could make a cave absolutely on point. I could make a cave lit. It could be a vibe. I could have windows in my cave. Like, nobody's defined... Yeah, my cave. My cave that goes through... Yeah.
Caves don't have windows.
No, but I could have a cave with windows.
No, you can't. That's
Why?
not a cave then.
So tell me... Yeah,
A cave is like a one entry, one exit, that's it.
hang on. What is a cave?
Definition
What
of-
defines a definition of a cave? Okay,
Doesn't have windows, I'm fairly sure.
let's see. So a definition of a cave is a natural underground chamber in a hillside or cliff. It doesn't say one entry or...
Chamber.
But says...
Chamber.
I'm still sticking with treehouse, but I do believe that I could make a pretty nice cave. So...
You
but
can
I'm,
make a nice one without windows, yep.
Okay, but I'm going to say treehouse because
Oh.
imagine the treehouse.
I
And
see.
also, you've got the best view I'm off the ground. I'm going to make it really stable and all of that.
There's a show on TV called Treehouse Masters, and they
Yeah,
build
they
houses
build.
in trees.
And they're amazing.
Proper.
Yeah, okay.
I get them guys. Knock me one up. Mad. It's just
So
a
good.
house.
Yeah. All right.
That'd be mad.
Last one before we wrap up. Sit up all day or stand all day. So you're
So-
going to sit or stand all day?
I have a question with that. Like, so the standing all day, does that mean you're walking around or you're just standing in the one spot?
We can define the rules here.
Right, so what do you want?
I would say you can walk.
So,
You can do things. You can move, but you've got to be
Whereas-
at standing. Upright all day or sitting.
I guess standing.
You're going standing?
Because then you can go do something.
I'm going sitting. I'm going sitting.
So you're just going to sit in the same spot all day?
Yeah. I'll tell you what I'll be doing. Snacking,
YouTube?
YouTube.
TikTok?
I'll be on TikTok. Honestly, I'll be watching every documentary out there because I watch the weirdest documentaries and Trent is like, what are you watching now?
About paint colours.
I love learning about things and I do pretty much watch any documentary sometimes that actually wouldn't add any value to my life, but I just like to learn. So I'll watch all the documentaries. I'll watch and just random stuff. Oh, I'll watch all different documentaries on Netflix as well. All the stand-up comedy specials on Netflix. There's so many good specials on Netflix
Special.
for me. Yeah.
So
that's
yeah,
what I'm
I'd do
doing.
standing so that because I go a bit insane sitting in the
Mm.
same spot. I do it all day at work. I don't really need to try and achieve that.
I sit all day.
I
kind
legit
of it.
sit in a cab all day. Like I can do that.
Yeah, okay. But then
I want to like
you want to
walk-
move.
like,
Okay.
If I can walk around, I'm sweet. I don't like
Okay.
standing in the one spot. Though.
Well, I'm
Hurts me.
sitting.
Hurts me back.
Hurts.
Old man back. No good.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So that's us for the
That's
for
us
another week.
Week.
Mm.
Like, subscribe, send in your would you rathers.
Send in your would you
Please.
rathers to dogsbreakfast.podcast
So we finally made an Instagram, dogsbreakfast.podcast.
on Instagram. Send it in.
Send it in, any comments and feedback, and yeah, have a follow of that page too, and you'll keep up to date with the latest what's going on.
Yeah.
Hope everyone has a good weekend,
Mm.
and we will see you again next week.
See you guys next week. Thanks.
Thanks.